Hey, buddy. So, I mean, here we are at the end of the day. I mean, the meditation this morning was really good, and like I said, we're at the end of the day now. I've been through all these ups and downs. I've had some projects I was working on, and allowed myself to get stressed out about that, and talk to some people about some opportunities coming up here, and it's still in my mind. And I love it because one of the quotes this morning was, what we expose ourselves to creates us, right? So I mean, and the simplest way for me that I understand that is, when I'm exposing myself to something, I'm influenced by it, and that influence ultimately has outcome, or like it has outcomes that come of it, right? So that influence, I act, I talk, I look a certain way, and that attracts whatever comes up. You may not know, and I need to explain that. So here's the main point for me is, I don't know that I can actually explain that in more detail, other than, if I'm exposing myself to a bunch of salespeople, and I'm having sales conversations, and I know sales number and sales data, there's a high likelihood that I'm going to end up at some point a salesman and selling products to people. Maybe I'm not a salesman, but I'm still ended up incorporating that into my everyday life, and I'm selling people on some stuff, and that's a big deal. So the indication for me is that I can control my life by controlling what I'm exposed to. Straight up. I can sit here and I can play victim of poor me, and I'll look at all these circumstances I'm surrounded in, or I can be very diligent about what I'm allowing myself to be exposed to. It doesn't matter where I live. If I lived in the ghetto, like when we grew up as kids, I could have stayed stuck in that and stayed only surrounded by thugs and tough guys, and I could have been that thug and tough guy, and just like one of my friends that one of my best friends growing up, in prison, and died early, in his early 30s, late 20s, I think, actually. Like that could happen, or I could keep my mind focused on new things, on being better, on helping instead of dominating. So the specifics aren't really the point. Don't get lost in the specifics. The code is the cheat code, right? Which is control what I expose myself to, therefore controlling the life I'm able to have. If I'm surrounded by positive, outgoing, lively, full life people, and I expose myself to that like crazy, then I'm going to end up with that lifestyle or something extremely close to it. And we don't always have the right, perspective on things either. We think being super close to it is not really it. Because what we see in others from the exterior seems like they have what we have, but they have it without the struggle, which means we're not quite there yet. But that's not really true, because everybody struggles in every single area. So, the reality is like, sometimes we just need to accept that we win. We won. It's good. You got it. You made it. Be content. Be happy. And if you want more, like, set a goal. Go after it. So I guess the message for me today is just reassuring and reaffirming that I'm not a victim of life. We are not victims of life. We can control our ultimate outcome by controlling what we expose ourselves to on a routine basis. And it's the long game, man. Nothing is quick. No games are won and nothing is fixed quick. It just breaks again. Then we're talking about the long game here. Is consistency. Delayed in gratification for long-term satisfaction. Anyways, I just wanted to share some thoughts. I love you, buddy. We're up to like almost 6 minutes now, but I'm thinking about you, dude, and I can't wait to see you. I'm going to see you on Thursday, and I'm lit up about it, man. All right, I'll talk to you soon, buddy.